wants to bring you to the place that your brothers will come to know him. Your brethren around about you will taste and see that the Lord is good, that you will sense the glory and majesty, not only God working in your life, but God is getting ready to visit men. You see all those apples and bananas and oranges being sold on the road? You know why they're being sold? Because God is already determined to raise you up, and the devil's trying to steal your thunder, trying to steal your reputation, because I'm going to tell you that you're going to see Christian men walk in power and authority that are going to say to this mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea. I want to tell you, God's going to raise you up. 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 God's going to raise you men up. And what's going to happen when God raises you up? Well, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to get squirrely. That's one of the things that happens after God raises men up. They end up getting weird. End up doing something that's foolish. My, what's God going to do when he raises you up and you don't do the right thing? Well, it tells us exactly God's plan in Revelation. I want to turn to it. Revelation chapter 3. And I'm going to take just a part of one verse because of brevity of time. But verse 19, as many as I love, as many as I love, as many as I love, what? I rebuke and chasten. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. You see, you got it backwards. So many of us do. We look and we begin to do the things of God, and somebody gets on our case or somebody talks about us, and we feel like, listen, if you're going to treat me that way, I don't need that mess. But I want to tell you, the loving Father is going to act more like a coach in your life than you'd believe. And he's not going to let you get away with something. He's going to start rebuking you. He's going to start rebuking you. And God's got all kinds of ways of rebuking us. I remember one time I went to work with a pair of shorts on. I didn't think there was anything wrong. But God is a father. And not only in church, and there's places where shorts are appropriate, but it wasn't at this time. I had a call in my life. God was going to mess with me closer than what I thought. And I want to tell you, if you got a call in your life, God's going to mess with you closer than you think. It was a hot day. I was running a crane out in an open field. The dust was blowing by. I was covered from dust all the way up and down. And just when I got good and covered with dust and sweat was making it stick, along came a rain. I had little lines up and down my legs. I looked like the weirdest thing you ever did see. I never did wear shorts to work again. Well, I don't know how God's going to get it to rain in the church for some of you to see that we have something when we come to church. We ought to come like we're looking for a job. We ought to come like we want to be there, equipped for God's purpose and grace. But you're going to find out what I'm trying to get across. He's going to start rebuking. He's going to start rebuking. He's going to bless you, going to make you strong, make you victorious, going to cause you to grow. And all of a sudden, he's going to start rebuking and chastening you because you're not the Lone Ranger. You're a part of his plan and his purpose, and God's going to bring you through to victory. God's got a plan for your life. You'd never get there by stumbling through. You'd never get there by your own choice. The reason you're going to make it is because God is for you. He's going to cause you to do things you didn't think you were going to do. Go places you didn't think you were going to go. You're going to get involved in things you didn't think you were going to get involved with. You're going to start feeling like a man. You're going to feel like I can say to this mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea. You're going to feel like an overcomer. Now, some of us can never have a father again in the natural sense. Some of us never can. My dad passed on. And I have no desire to yield to somebody and say, can I go out and play today? No, I'm your dad. You can't. Should I buy this? No.